God bless. I want to give an honor to God, who is the head over my life. I am reading from Hebrews chapter 13. We're going to be reading from 1 through 6. I hope each and every person is having a blessed day. My subject will be, why are hearts hard? Why are hearts hard? Keep on loving one another as brothers and sisters. Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by doing some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it. Continue to remember those in prison as if you were together with them in prison, and those who are mistreated as if you yourselves were suffering. Marriage should be honored by all, and the marriage bed kept pure. For God will judge the adulterer and all the sexual immoral. Keep your lives free from the love of money and be content with what you have, because God has said, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. So when we say with confidence, the Lord is my helper, I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me? Now I'm going to break down the scripture because this is what I do. I read it and then I break it down. Okay. Everyone has a different way of teaching. Okay. And this is the way that the Lord has taught me to teach the people of God. Let's see. 13. 3 Old Testament people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it. Abraham, go in Genesis 18:1. Gideon, Judges 6:11 through 40. And Moroni, Judges 13:2 and 25. Some people say they cannot be hospitable because their homes are not large enough or nice enough. But even if you have no more than a table and 2 chairs in a rented room, there are people who would be grateful to spend time in your home. Have there been recent visitors to your church with whom you could share a meal? Do you know of anyone who would enjoy an evening of conversation? In what way would your home meet the needs of traveling ministries? Hospitality simply means making other people feel comfortable at home. We are to have empathy for those in prison, especially for those not limited to Christian in prison for the faith. Jesus said that when his true followers visited those in prison, they are visiting Jesus himself. Go in Matthew 25 through 36. Prisons are a mission field. Believers can send in evangelists and Bible teachers. Prison systems are political projects. Christians' voices are needed regarding justice and mercy, funding staff training, and programs. Prisons are international problems through multi-nation Christian agency. Believers can help victims in our country. Compassion for suffering people demands no less, even in situations when visiting prisoners. It's impossible. We can still pray for them and find ways to work through others. We have a wide open field of ways to obey his commands, to remember those in prison. Giving honor to marriage requires the utmost Christian conviction and sensitivity. Modern social theories and policy have redefined marriage and the family. These new definitions stray far from their biblical foundation. What can you do? If you are married, witness to the depths of God's love for you by keeping your marriage happy and strong. And make marriage enrichment one aspect of your small group discussion and study. Pray for your spouse. Remain faithful in body and in mind. Honor biblical marriage by resisting political pressure to recognize and legalize marriage that are not between one man and one woman. Teach children in your life the biblical meanings of marriage and pray early for their own possible spouses and families. Encourage married couples around you to stay strong. How can we learn to be content with what we have? Strive to live with less rather than desiring more. Give away out of your abundance rather than accumulate more release that you have rather than resenting. What you're missing, we will feel content when we realize God's significance to our needs. Some Christians who accumulate wealth may be saying by their actions that God can't take care of them, or at least that He won't take care of them the way they want. Whether we feel rich or poor, anxiety and insecurity can lead to the love of money and a lack of compassion for others. Trusting in God to meet all needs will dissolve and wash away discontentment. Express thanks to God for what He has provided, and remember that every treasure, possession, pass away. Go to Philippians 4:11 for more on contentment. Go to John 1:2-17 on the earthly desires. Okay. Let me go back into this because the Lord was like, I need you to get back on one, but it ain't gonna be the same pole, ain't gonna be the same temple. I'm sending you somewhere else. All right. Like I said, my subject is why are hearts hard? Hearts are hard because we think the love of money is what God should provide for us, okay? Like I said right now, okay? If you think that money and wealth is gonna bring you to salvation because you're getting closer to the Lord, you're wrong. Now, one thing you have to understand is be careful, because the devil will try to manipulate your mind to also say, hey, you don't have this or you don't have that. So, hey, try to, get this or try to get this, or, you have to know when the devil is at work, okay? In this, we have empathy to those in prison. How many of you know when you are in prison, Lord. And, a lot of people don't talk about the subject, but I'm going to talk about the subject that nobody wants to talk about it, period, okay? When you're imprisoned, and when I say prison, I'm talking about you're imprisoned by your lifestyle. You're in prison because of your sin. You're in prison because the marriage is not working. You're in prison because you keep following the devil. You're in prison because you don't know what peace is. You're in prison because you don't know what salvation is. The only way to get out of prison is to begin to follow Jesus. See, when you begin to follow Jesus, then you begin to get out of the devil's prison. They said, what is the devil's prison? The devil's prison is bringing you to your past. The devil's prison is attacking you. The devil's prison is saying, hey, come follow me. We trying to bring all this hate on the earth. Come and follow me. Follow the leader. See, when you begin to follow the devil, it means that there is something unhealed in you that you have not healed. And everything that the devil is saying, you are following because you don't have the peace of the Lord. They say, how do we get out of prison? The only way to get out of prison is first you have to heal this hard heart that you have. See, when a heart isn't healed, it follows what it is used to. But when a heart is healed, it knows right from wrong. Can somebody say that when a heart is healed, they won't follow destruction, they won't follow evil, they won't follow hate? Why? Because that heart is already mounted through Jesus, where it have already healed. Okay? And this is my subject. Why are hearts hard? My heart, a long time ago, was so hard that people couldn't even tell me what I was doing wrong. But it took the Lord. I said it took the Lord to break me down, to show me your heart is hard. And as he began to break me down and structure me to where I needed to be, it began to become soft. See, when you have a hard heart, no one can say anything to you. See, it's so much hate in the world because people have not healed. A part of healing is when you are at peace with yourself. But when you are not healed, you ain't at peace. You are not at peace with yourself until the Lord breaks all those walls down. See, the Lord had to break my wall down. It wasn't nothing my husband could have said to me because I thought I knew everything. And there's a lot of people out here like that. When you think you know everything, the Lord is saying you're doing it the wrong way. But when you begin, really begin to mold and walk more like the Lord, I'm telling you, you will have so much peace. A lot of people, they following the devil. And the devil is sending you straight to hell. They say, Zion, why do you have so much peace? Why are you not, doing the stuff that you did in 2024? Because when you begin to heal all that hurt and all that pain, and God release you out of prison. See, when you begin to be in prison, you think about your past. When you begin to be in prison, you start following things that are hateful. When you begin to be in prison, you're depressed. When you begin to be in prison, you cannot cope with the life. And see, when the Lord starts coming into your life, this is when you will heal. You will heal everything that is broken because you didn't know how to do it before. But the Lord is going to instruct you on how to do it. We got into a marriage. Anything between a husband and a wife, between their bedroom, is supposed to be pure in God's sight. It's not for the world to see, okay? And anyone, any person that defiles a person's bedroom is not from God. Because two people that are together in holy matrimony, their bedroom life should not be exploited for nobody. And that's on period. Okay? This is for leaders, this is for pastors, this is for evangelists, this is for deacons, this is for ministers. If you following the devil and the devil saying, hey, yeah, let's invade this marriage bedroom, it's a sin. You invading privacy. This is a covenant between a husband and a wife. And this is why I say some people need to get back in the Bible, because some leaders and evangelists, deacons and ministers, they don't know what they're doing is wrong. But I heard a man say before, he said, if a person comes into the church and takes off all their clothes, you tell them it's wrong. But you will sit and watch it on TV and you say it's right. A lot of people, and I'm talking about in ministries, there are prophets, there are deacons, there are ministers, there are leaders that are following this garbage that Satan is putting out, and they're following it. And the Lord said, Satan's stamping you. Because he's trying to wean out the fake from the real. So get it together. My subject is, why are hearts hard? God bless.